Quick little welding fabrication repair job if you want to watch. This cart handle, it's got a crack in it right here going all the way around, and we're going to just give it a quick little fix and gusset and everything, and we'll bring you along for a journey if you want to watch. Winarski back again, welding fabrication video for you guys. Today is June 5th 2025. I think weather is hot. It's like 90. Anyway, we get these carts in a lot. It's from this one business, and they designed them. We built a lot of them, but the problem is why they keep breaking. No one told us. Like, they just thought that they just keep breaking. But how does it keep breaking? These things are built stronger than a regular cart, but it's like they'll always break like right where a weld is, like how these got reinforced a bunch of times. But what the problem is, it took me some questioning and stuff, but they get mounted on the back of a truck, like a flatbed truck. And let's just say, here's your flatbed truck, and they get mounted to the back, and it like just hangs down on the back or whatever, like a forklift kind of does. But when they're so low to the ground that when they go up a little curb, it mashes it onto the ground. So you got that whole force of the truck mashing the thing, and it just has no choice but to break somewhere. And that's what two of their drivers told me. They said, no, it just keeps mashing, because we used to get these in quite often, even some new ones that we built. And I don't know. But then the other truck, where it's designed a little different and not sitting on the back like that, never have a problem with it. So I'm pretty sure that's why they keep breaking. But it seems like a couple times a year we'll get these in. But anyway, back to it. So it looks like somebody might have added a gusset before. I don't think I did, but like sometimes somebody will add something like this and we'll just try matching it or something. But right here is broken, and this one's not broken, but I'm just going to add a gusset right there. I'm going to weld all the way around this first. I'm going to groove it out just a little bit, weld all the way around it, and then after that grind the weld down in the back. And then I'm going to get a piece of pipe, so just measure it, whatever the measurement is, like that. And I'm going to find a piece of tubing for the inside, cut it in half and go over it. So I just found a piece of stainless. I couldn't find a piece in black iron carbon steel, so this should be pretty close to it. And I'll just cut a little piece, and I don't know how big yet. Just give it a quick little measure. So I'd say about 2 inches, an inch on each side, a little gusset. I'm just going to cut this down really fast to 2 inches, and then I'm going to split it the other way, and I'll be back in a second. All right, here was our 2-inch piece, and then I cut it in this. I sliced it like that. Might not be perfect, but I found the center like that by just matching up the seam. There's a seam on the inside of the pipe, and I just drew a line on top of that seam, and then I found this tool, and went across it the other way like this, and marked it that way and marked it on the other side, and then drew a line with the square going down, connecting both lines, and gave it a cut. Just cut it with the porta band and the vise over there, and just deburred it. And then I cleaned this up with a wire wheel before. Just want to groove that a little bit, and this thing should slip on about halfway on each part like that. Fits on pretty good. And I'm just going to put one right here too, just in case. Can't hurt, why not, right? So quick little simple job. Took us a while to figure out that, like, at first we did a couple free jobs for them. The ones we built a couple years ago, we built like 5 carts, and then the guy's like, what did he say? He's like, he wanted one or two of them done for free, because he thought that it was like bad material or something. But then after finding out from one of their drivers that it mashes it like that, then we got whatever. Anyway, back to it, I guess. Yeah, because that's such a beefy cart, and it's not like a lot of heat went into it or anything to break it. So I mean, it is possible. It was around like 2020, I think, when we built it, so metal could have been cheaped out or whatever back then, like when they were making it. So that was the time of the shutdowns and everything, so who knows. But anyway, enough jabbering, back to it. And if you like my videos, please subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good stuff, and watch the ads. I get paid more for watching the ads, but back to it. Fire up the welder. crank on the gas, and I just have the foot pedal set at like 200 amps, and even though I don't need that, I could probably turn it down a lot, like 150, and gas is like 25 CFH. So I took a grinding wheel or cutting wheel and just did a little groove around that, and then just did a quick little weld on it. Now I'm just going to grind it down shortly after this. You're on the tripod, I don't feel like taking you off really fast, but just weld it around that really fast. And I'm going to grind down half of that in the back so that piece slips on, and then we'll be right back to weld those pieces on. Alright, all ground down. Now we'll just put that piece on, and I guess I'll give you a little video of me doing that, welded one, and then we'll time lapse the other. Just tacking them on right now, putting a tack on each corner of them and kind of blast tacking them. And if it was aluminum, I'd probably have to clamp it down and then add a couple dabs of wire for each one. But now I'm going to start to weld it, and I'll get you a close up in a second of me welding on one side probably, but pretty easy. Just go along, nothing critical or important. Hardest part with this really is I'm just using the foot pedal regularly, and it would have been a lot easier probably to just do a little scratch start, lift arc or something, but it's alright, it's not that big of a deal. And another thing you got to worry about, you'll see it in a second, is I got a fan going in the shop. It's not directly pointed at me, but you'll see like right coming up right now, see how it blew all that gas away? So that little bit of fan could blow your argon gas away, and a little dirtiness right there. I had to stop and try going back over it after, but pretty much it. Pretty simple. Just go along, do some dabs. Not that hard of a weld really, but there you have that one piece. And switched over to the pulsar setting. I don't really remember the settings. It's like 33 pulses a second, or 33 background, whatever, and like almost 1 pulse a second, but it makes it a little easier for me for this. It's not something I do all the time, but if it's easier like this, I do it, and I'll just do a light wire technique and light a wire in and let it pulse it, and pretty simple, and there you go. For that weld, I went uphill, and uphill does put a little bit more heat into your part, so you just got to be careful with that compared to going downhill, but it would have been a little more uncomfortable for me, and I would have went a little slower doing that, so that would have also put more heat into the part, so you got to figure all that into it. And you're going downhill on this one, and just, I don't know, make sure you do a good job or whatever, but make sure you wrap your corners like I did over here, and instead of just ending it and the corners are not welded, so it just makes it a little stronger like that. But there you have that. So there you had that little up close one. Now I'm just time lapsing this one and still using a pulsar, but hopefully you like that little up close stuff. I'll try doing a little more of that in the future. All right, so all done with welding that. Had that fan, just that fan blowing. It's not even directly at me. Comes in and swoops that gas, I think. Where was it? It was like right up here. Blew it, but we got it. Anyway, that's all done. I switched over to the pulsar for this one, and I forget if I did it for that one or not, but I mean, not the best, not the worst. It's not anything critical. I don't know what that is. I think they got pins that go in there, but that should clear fine. And one thing else would notice, I'm going to put some paint on there maybe. Just throw a little black paint on there if we have it. Protect those welds. But this, they like to groove in here because they got like a bottle that sits in there, and that helps it from not moving around, they say. So they always like that groove in there, but this thing is like paper. It's pretty thin. So it's getting ready to start breaking. So what I'm just going to do is just take the MIG gun and just go over, put a little bead in it, and that should hold them over for a little bit longer, because otherwise, maybe in a couple months or so, whenever this breaks, it will break, and we'll have to replace this whole piece right here and this bottom piece most likely. So if I do that quick little thing, that might hold them over for a little bit longer and take 10 minutes. So do that for them really fast. But there you go. Little time lapse for the first part. I'm just MIG welding it. I cleaned it up with the wire wheel, bright shiny metal, and just going at it. Not too hard of a job right here, just running over it, doing like a pass up on the bottom I did first, then on the top, and then I'll fill in that middle pass in a second. But pretty simple, just going over everything, and I did a couple passes like that. Like I think I did 2 or 3 like that. I don't know if I got them all on camera, but here's the middle one. I'm filling in that middle, and it's pretty simple, not much to it. And then afterwards I'll just grind it down, put that little groove in it like they like, and yeah, pretty much it. Here's that middle pass, sped up just a little bit, and just going through it with the middle. I think I'm at like 19, 20, 21 volts, somewhere around there, and like 200-ish inches per minute, if I'm reading the thing correct. I could be a little wrong on the inches per minute and everything. A little hard to read on machine, but about what it is. And just little circles, filling it up, and should be good to go after this. All right, and I forgot to give you a little video of, or show you what it looked like after I welded it, but I put a couple passes in, filled it up, ground it down to a little curve in there, and that's how I like it. So I'll just put a little spray paint on there and up there, and it's good to go. But that was a quick little video for you guys of just a small job, but good customer. So there it is. All right, and we're all done, ready to go. Just gotta give them a call, tell them it's ready. About like 30, 40 minutes, something, give or take to do all that. But just a little paint on it, paint on there, and primer. Just protect it with that little extra bit, and that's it. What do you think? So that's big jobs, small jobs, a little bit of everything, and let me know what you think of it. If you like those little ones like that, maybe I'll add a couple more. But like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one. Chris Winarski, over and out.